I got a comment recently on one of our last YouTube videos, and I love getting this. By the way, if you haven't left comments on the show, be sure to leave comments down below. Let me know what you want to learn how to make. This one specifically, I want to read it because I don't want to mess it up.
Dude, don't lie. Your mom left this comment, didn't she?
Well, her name is Scott. So, Scott says, I love oysters. They looked really good. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. It's a good one. But I think I would totally prefer them raw. But I think I would prefer totally raw. I would too, but steamed is cool as well. Worth trying before judging. Hey, how about your take on some summer classics like fried green tomatoes, squash, etc., etc., etc.? Wrong show. Wrong show. Any way to incorporate those type of summer veggies on the Blackstone. So I'm going to show you two fantastic side dishes, one with zucchini, one with squash that you guys are going to love. They're fantastic for summer. They're fantastic any time of the year when you can find them. So that's it. That's all I got. That's what I'm doing. Side dishes. Let's do this?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. I'm gonna start today with my squash. I love squash, they're fantastic. They're a wonderful summer vegetable. I'm gonna take off the ends. I'm gonna cut them into fairly large chunks. Like, it's not a dice, it's just they're chunks, they're large chunks. Don't overcomplicate it, nice large pieces. Now I have my Blackstone preheated to medium-high heat. I wanna cook these fast. One thing that people always do is they take way too long on zucchini and squash and they end up really, really mushy, which is why my kids don't like squash.
Well, that makes sense.
Because it's squishy. Don't do that. High heat. I'm gonna hit that with a bit of salt and pepper and let that cruise for just a bit. Add some butter if you want. I'm gonna add some butter today. Now let's talk about our zoodles or zucchini noodles. Ethan, come in really close. See that? So it is spiralized zucchini, essentially making zucchini noodles. Now these are really simple. I'm just gonna open this package. I have my side burner here. You can do this on your griddle top, but I have the side burner and I love this unit. Get that up to high heat, add a bit of oil and some butter. To this, we're also gonna add a touch of garlic. Now the garlic is going in early so that it starts mixing with that oil, with that fat, with that butter, so we like permeate all those flavors. That's what we're looking for. We're also gonna add a touch of oregano to that to bring out some more fun flavors. Now we're gonna dump our gorgeous zoodles or zucchini noodles right on top. Once the zoodles have cooked, I feel weird saying zoodles, CJ.
I like the word zoodle.
You like it?
It's
I'm
fun,
keeping it.
But it does feel like
a little silly.
That's, yeah.
Zoodles.
Zoodles.
Once the zoodles are about 45–50% done, 47% if you're counting, not really. Once they're about halfway done, we're gonna take some capers. If you've never had capers, these things are fantastic. I'm gonna add a little bit of the liquid and some of the capers. This is gonna give us a really nice salty, briny punch of flavor.
You know what they say about capers though, right?
No.
That they're gross.
No one says that.
I say it.
I'm also gonna take some of these beautiful heirloom grape tomatoes, cut them in half, throw those on top. This is to add a bit of acidity and some color and a bit of life to our zucchini. Add a splash of Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Grigio, any white wine that you like, just don't use Chardonnay. Just a splash and let that cook down. A little bit of salt and pepper, and that, Bob's your uncle. Isn't that what they say?
That is what I say.
So good. What I'm gonna do now is add a bit of minced garlic to my squash. I don't want to add it too early. I want to wait till that squash has really great color and it's almost finished so that my garlic doesn't burn. You can also add a bit of thyme and some lemon juice at this point. Now we do this at the end so those things, like the flavor explodes and doesn't burn and get acrid and funky. Give that a toss. That's it. That is how easy it is to make two really simple and delicious side dishes. Side dishes are kind of like sauces in a way. Like that's a place where you can really shine. Sometimes they get forgotten. You forget how much flavor you can pack in to a simple vegetable like squash and zucchini. This recipe, could you even call it a recipe, CJ? I mean, you could technically call it a recipe. It was too easy.
Way too easy to call it a recipe.
They cooked basically in the same amount of time, which is very quick. This could go with steaks, this could go with fish or shrimp or chicken or whatever else you're doing. So today was just kind of a primer on vegetables. I'm gonna go into nerd territory just for a second. You all right with that, CJ?
Dude,
Ethan?
You live in nerd territory.
All right, so there's this really fun French technique called bridging. Bridging is when you serve the wine you cooked with. We've talked about this in the past. So we did a bit of that white wine. And if you notice, actually, if you look really close, there's a bit of a vegetable wine caper garlic broth in our zucchini, which is phenomenal. So the wine we used in our broth is now the wine in our glass. So the flavors will pair perfectly together. I'm gonna get in that one first, because I have a bit of wine. So these actually, if you haven't had these yet, these are really, really fun. They're kind of like noodles. Give you that little spin. Oh, heck yeah.
So it's a zoodle. It's a noodle.
A zoodle. So good. So good. A really nice acidity. If you put that with a steak, whoa, come on, come on. We can't forget about our squash. Now, if you look, CJ, I'll show you this one. You get that beautiful caramelization, but they haven't turned to mush. They still have their texture, their consistency, which is what you want. No one likes zucchini and squash when it's bikinis and socks. Did I tell that story already?
No, I don't
My
think.
sweet niece used to call zucchini. At one time I was grilling, and she was there, and I asked my sister, hey, go ask everyone if they want zucchini and squash. So she did, and my niece came out and said, everyone wants bikinis and socks. It was so cute.
It's pretty adorable.
It was so cute. That's what you want. You want some texture in your bikinis and socks. A little bit of texture goes a long way. The lemon, the little bit of acidity brightens the flavor of the squash as well. Squash is not a really pronounced flavor, so the garlic, the thyme, the butter, the lemon really ups the ante. I mean, there you go. That's it. That's all I got. Really, really fun. Pair this with any of the other cooks that you've seen on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you get an email every time we post a video. Check out all the other fun shows, all of our social media handles, all the Twitters and the Pinterests, and the TikToks, and the what's nots. Be sure to check out CJ's show and leave a negative comment for me.
Hey, I welcome them.
Actually, what I'm saying that because they've been really positive lately. People really like CJ, and he's getting a big head over it.
Whatever.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm Chef Nathan Lippy. I'm your host. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I will see you guys in the next episode.